So you kind of think when you get to midlife, you'd know who you are, and you feel that real sense of like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know myself really well. I'm really confident in who I am. I'm doing the job that I love, because when they ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? You're like, I've got no idea. But by the time you're like in your mid-40s, of course you're going to know. Do you? And so many times we think of midlife as being like the time when we were younger, as the time that we'd have it all sorted. Like we'd know, like we'd have it all together. Because midlife when you're younger is like old. Then you're in midlife and you're like, I still don't feel like I've grown up. And so we want to do new things. We want to try new things. But it can feel sometimes like we've got sort of less in front of us than we had behind us. And of course, we never know when that time's coming anyway, right? So taking a risk, trying something new, making a change, pressing the reset button and creating something different or stepping out of your comfort zone can feel like running down the street naked. You know, it's like, woohoo! It's like you've bared your soul to everyone. Nobody's that interested. They're just not. So we worry, and what I hear so much from so many of the brilliant, capable women who I work with, we worry about what people think of us. They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. So that time when you're going to that party, you're like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? Do I look all right? You know, what will they think if I wore the same thing? They don't remember what you were wearing, because they're wondering whether you remember what they wore, and you don't, because you were wondering whether what you were wearing. We get ourselves in this tangle about judging and feeling judged. The easiest way, the most straightforward way to not feel judged is to stop judging. So just think about that for a minute, right? When we feel judged, that's because we are making an assumption about somebody else. Feels a bit deep, right? But it's true. So we can think, oh, this person's going to judge me for, you know, changing a career or moving into a, you know, if I don't keep up with the Joneses and have this lifestyle that, you know, I've always had, I'm going to, you know, be judged by people. What are they going to think of me? Who cares? They're not going to be thinking about you. That's the point. They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about themselves. Naturally, we are really hardwired to be really self-centered. I find myself just talking to you on my own sofa. Self-centered, self-indulgent. Yes. Because I feel like I've got something that I want to share with you. I don't worry about being judged because I don't judge you. So therefore, I don't feel judged. But judgment is something that holds so many women back. You feel like you have to keep up with the Joneses to the detriment of actually what you want to do and what brings you joy and what makes you feel reconnected to who you are, because you're worried about what other people are going to think. Who cares what they think? Why do you care what they think? Who are these people who you're worried about upsetting or letting down or not meeting their expectations? And those expectations, you actually don't know what they are. So you're presupposing that anyway. And it's like, wow, rabbit hole. So when you think about it, like, if you didn't feel judged by anyone or anything, what would you be doing differently? Like, how would you feel different? How would you show up differently for yourself or for those people around you who you love and care about? If you genuinely didn't feel like people were giving you a second thought, what choices would you make? What decisions would you take? What reckless activities that brings you pockets of joy and risk-taking, like, yeah, suck it and see, give it a go. That energy shifts massively when you allow yourself to go, I'm all right with the fallout because I'm not being judged. I'm just willing to take things as they are and have a go. So if you weren't being judged and the scenario was you could do anything without the worry of what people might think or say about you. Imagine what that would look like. How would you feel then? And what is it that you would do? So if you've loved what you've heard, I would really appreciate you subscribing, sharing it with your friends, family, colleagues, waifs and strays. They are all welcome here. You can click the subscribe button, and in the episode description there is going to be a link where you can get in touch with me, and I'm here for it. So get in touch. I would love to hear from you and see how I can help you.